Hello YouTube, my name is Mark, I'm from Tallinn, Estonia, and this is the first episode of Touareg Race Build. So, I will give you a brief explanation about the project itself, about its stages, and maybe some backstory about our garage and who are involved and what you maybe will see in this series. So, about the car. The car is 2010 Touareg 4.2 liter TDI engine with 250 kilowatts of power. And first time I drove it, I was amazed by the torque and the power it gave. A friend of mine had also the same Touareg, everything the same, the year, the spec, everything. And one day he called me and said that he crashed it and asked for help. What are the thoughts, what we could do with that. So we evaluated the damage. The damage was quite severe in the money, not in the car actually hit the bus and also went to fence. So both sides of the front were crushed. The right one was quite heavily crushed. You will see it in a further video. So he reached out to me and we decided that we will part out this car. Then a couple of days went through and I decided that why we have to part out the car when maybe it's possible to have fun with it. And I decided to risk to try to make it moving and see is the gearbox is fine, is the steering rack is fine, is the other systems are fine, and if its car is still drivable. So we decided on a price and I went with the restoration. Not the restoration, but with the first stage of the project. It's not a project when you know the result. We don't know the result. So the first stage of the project will be the make car running and moving, more or less appealing from the outside. The second stage will be the weight reduction as much as possible, but I already decided that it won't be that extreme as it could be. I will leave some of the pieces of equipment on a place because I want it to be more or less pleasant car to drive, not full race car build, but we'll see. So when we strip the weight, we will make measurements. In the first stage, we will make measurements about how many seconds to the 100 kilometers per hour car will going. What is the initial weight of the car, and also on the second stage, we will have also car in a scale to evaluate the weight, and also we'll check what went with the acceleration. And then we'll head to the third stage. So we'll have the ECU reprogrammed by Silver from Silver Remarks, I think, because we had already some discussions with him and he said, okay, I can help you with the project. And we'll see how much power we can gain and what the results will be with the lightweight Touareg. There's plenty of videos with stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 Touaregs, but actually there is not so much difference in the acceleration or something. So we'll see. And after that we can go to track. On the way there's a lot of challenges. For example, the Touareg is a very high spec one. So there's like electric tailgate, adaptive cruise control, air suspension, retractable trailer hitch, I don't know, ventilated seats, heated front screen, and so on, so on, so on, so on. So there's a lot of options, which is good. Is actually we can sell them and make some money. So if you need some options, or let's call it options, for your Touareg, you can reach out to me, email below, and we can maybe sell you some parts. So the one thing that we have to sell it, and another thing that we have to reprogram the control models of the car, so it's not throwing a lot of errors and not getting power limitation or we are back. My wife just called me and it's just disrupted the video because I'm shooting on a phone. And then I realized what's the main object of this project. So objective of this project. Is it possible to build with the very little amount of effort? Dismantling the pieces from the car it's not so hard, and also the chip tuning is not so hard. So is it possible without some engine swaps and enormous budgets and so on and so on, because those Touaregs are quite cheap already, to build a normal track car? So we'll see. I'm building this car like 2 or 3 hours a day, mostly on a night time, because I have a quite busy work schedule and I would like to have a work-family balance. So I have like very small time to build. So I think that lots of viewers are also in this situation. So those are initial thoughts about the project itself, and I propose you to see the first stage of the build, which is getting it up and ready. Let's go. So here's another Baltish YouTube channel, and I decided to make a short series of videos about this Touareg. It won't be the restoration after collision or collision repair in this case. It will be something different. So this car is equipped with V8 TDI engine. Proovin rattad sirgu panna. Rattad sirgelt. Ready to go home. No nii. Driving home, interesting is that airbag light is on because no bags have been deployed or something. And also the steering wheel is very hard. The ABS on is because one of ABS sensors is gone. And I assume that parking brake sign and brake pad sign is active because of ABS sensor. So the car is at home. Drive was so-so because of the gearbox and ABS system. Now I'm fixing the intercooler. But the problem is that intercooler from my parts hunt actually has a wrong coupler here, and the right one is screw type and here's the clip type, so it's not okay. Had to order new one, and I probably have to make the first progress regarding the main line of the project, which is weight reduction. So we have to delete this one to have better access for the intercooler bolt. After a little bit of massage, we have a bit better picture, almost like original stock. So now it's time to replace the ABS sensor because old one went into pieces, using high quality parts. Intercooler on its place, and also the headlight more or less on its place. After some hammering and jacking, got more or less even shape. So I just found out why is the airbag light is on, because I thought no sensors were intact. For example, here's one there, crash collision sensor, another one is here, and I discovered that here is the third one, which was located here in a foam insulation. I will show you in a moment. So I don't know how, but the car survived. So if you see, here's this foam insulation and there's the sensor. I just found out that the knuckle is also bent because here I can move my hand freely and there's enough gap. And from this side I cannot stick my hand, and also the gap is very little. Washed the Turek, but discovered one problem that I cannot solve somehow. Maybe I don't have right clippers or something. That CV boot is always this greasy, and I don't know what to do with that. So here we are. Here's our first buyer. He bought the camera for 360 cams, and thanks Richard for giving start for this project, because without you it won't be possible. First sponsor. So here it is. We have a door and a wing from this donor. Так, а у меня парт-харвестинг, охота за запчастями. Купил набитого Туарега дверь, крыло, ошметок бампера так взял за бесплатно еще в придачу. И кусок лонжерона переднего, причем получилось выцегонить вместе с этой рамкой. Рамка отдельно только 70 евро стоит. Только оригинал сейчас доступно. Ну и интеркулер в придачу. Плюс вот эти вот. Дверь мятая, зато очень дешево. И крыло то же самое. Потому что сейчас самое дешевое, что удалось найти, дверь это 500, крыло 300. Дешевле нигде ничего не найти. Я, конечно же, все сильно дешевле купил. Ну нет, чуть-чуть, да. Вот восстанавливается. Вот он так восстанавливается.
Ты с ним видел, смотрел это? Как его? Мастерская синдиката.
Да, блядь, они такие шаблоны там, блядь.
Не, я имею в виду не новая, а старая. Старые видосы там, блядь, кувалды такой был.
Воткнул наконец-то второй новый интеркулер, и теперь у нас нету никаких утечек буста, и машина у нас на полном ходу, потому что вчера я поменял кулак, и теперь все четенько. Внешку тоже подсобрал, так что первая стадия проекта, можно сказать, официально закончена. Осталось только сделать замеры, как у нас будет ехать сток, потому что уже начали дербанить по запчастям потихонечку. то иначе будет неадекватно. И осталось вот докупить зеркало, потому что что-то без зеркала довольно сложно ездить. Ну давай состав попробуем.
Состав?
Да. Подраздуйся тоже. Давай, 3, 2, раз.
Нихуя ж с огоньком, блядь. Вообще похуй, блядь.
Готов.
Ну, у меня вторая, 3. Давай сейчас.
Давай.
3, 2, раз. Ты где там? Да, блядь, без вариантов.
Хорошо, дай мило.
Такие вот дела.
Keep parting. Guy decided that he needed this one because he had some cutouts in the middle.